Democratic Senator Raphael Warnock winning a costly and consequential runoff election. Good evening. I'm Julie Hayner.
And I'm Mike Meeback. Here are the numbers tallied tonight. With 99% of precincts reporting, Warnock has more than 51% of the vote and holds a wider margin compared to last month's election.
A final balance of power now in the hands of Senate Democrats with 51 seats, Republicans with 49 seats. KTVU political reporter Greg Lee joins us live in studio with remarks from both candidates tonight. Greg.
Yeah, Julie, good evening. Despite any election fatigue, Georgia voters continue to break turnout records. Tonight, they gave Democrats an outright majority in the Senate and made Raphael Warnock the first black senator to win a full 6-year term in Georgia.
You got me for 6 more years.
Democrat Raphael Warnock celebrated with supporters as he fended off a fierce challenge from Republican Herschel Walker in another Georgia runoff. The final race of the midterm season gives Democrats a 51-seat majority in the Senate.
It is my honor to utter the 4 most powerful words ever spoken in a democracy. The people have spoken.
For the second time in 2 years, a Georgia Senate race came down to a runoff. More than $400 million spent on the Warnock-Walker battle, the most expensive Senate race of the midterm season.
We can't blame no one because I want you to continue to believe in this country, believe in our elected officials, and most of all, stay together.
In his concession, Walker said this was the best thing he's done in his life. The former football star faced a slew of accusations during his campaign, including domestic violence and paying for women he dated to have abortions. He denied the claims. In November, Walker underperformed with his party, receiving 200,000 fewer votes than Republican Governor Brian Kemp.
About 20% of Republicans are saying we can't do this even though we understand what's at stake. And I think we have to start giving them some credit for being committed to democracy.
Democrats' 51-seat majority gives them more power to push through the party and President Biden's agenda and blunts the influence of centrist Democrats like Joe Manchin and Kyrsten Sinema. Warnock's wins solidifying once reliably red Georgia as a battleground state.
Here's my promise to you. I will walk with you even as I work for you.
For Republicans, Georgia marks another loss for a candidate backed by former President Donald Trump as the party weighs its direction into 2024.
The Kemp voter stayed away from from Walker, and the Trump voter supported Walker. So it really reveals a big divide in the Republican Party, and the Democrats.
President Biden tweeting tonight that he called to congratulate Warnock. He said voters stood up for democracy and, quote, rejected ultra-MAGAism. Also some history with tonight's result. This is the first time since 1914 all incumbent senators, both Democrat and Republican incumbents, won re-election. I mean, truly remarkable.
Okay, so what about the outcome? Former President Trump had really pushed for Walker to be elected. He didn't get in. They had the Republican Party asked him to stay away the last kind of as we got closer to this election. But what implication could it have for President Trump's run for the White House? Yeah,
President Biden and former President Trump both stayed away because both deeply unpopular in Georgia. But you have to wonder, there's already some finger pointing tonight, many pointing in Republicans pointing to Donald Trump, saying he was the reason that they lost Georgia. And so now the party will have to decide what they want to do, who they want to back, and if Donald Trump will continue being the leader of the GOP moving forward.
Not as many tie-breaking votes from the vice president moving forward either?
Yeah, no, I mean, she had a historic number of tie-breaking votes this last session. In the next 2 years, we anticipate she'll likely need to do that much less, and it gives Democrats the buffer they were hoping for.
All right.
Great. Thank you.
Thank you.